Hey. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What it do? What it do? Welcome to Lisa's Real Spill. And as y'all know what we do over here. We just keep it real, right? I know I'm a little early. I'm a little too early. But let's check this out. Since I am a little early, please just like, share, and subscribe, okay? And hit that notification bell. Make sure it says all, so that when I go live, you will get notified. Okay? Listen, I want to talk about something real heavy today, right? That I've been seeing a lot of, and it breaks my heart. But I want to talk about something because I want to try to make that load lighter. Oh, I don't like this. I want to try to make the load a little lighter for you, okay? Because listen, good people, things are going to happen, right? And if you start tapping into your Bible, right, and start reading up on some things, you will find out that some things are going to happen, okay? And what we need to do is start building a personal relationship with the Most High, because that's something that some of us don't do. Even some of us that go to church every Sunday, right? Or every Wednesday for Bible study or whatever you do, right? Some of us don't even like plug into the Most High on a personal level. Some of us don't do that, even though we go to church all the time. Okay? And so what we gotta start doing is, instead of letting things upset us, right? And have us feeling like we going crazy, we gotta tap in to the Most High. Okay? And that's just the truth. We gotta start building a personal relationship with him and tap in. We gotta tap in, y'all. Because if you don't, guess what? If you don't, hey, you're gonna feel like you're going crazy. Cause some things about to happen in this world, right? People are losing their jobs. And this is just surface stuff. It's more to come. There's more to come. Okay? And there's some things that biblically has to happen. It just has to happen. Okay? That's the way it is. And it's gotta happen. But you have to prepare yourself. And some of us don't prepare ourselves for things like this. Some of us say we believe, but do we really believe? Your action speaks louder than words. Do you really believe in the Most High? Do you have a personal relationship with him? And check this out. I'm not talking like I'm perfect, but I'm telling you what it takes to be able to sustain your mental health when it comes to dealing with life. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to hear it. And that's okay. That's okay, because for people that don't want to hear nothing, can't nobody tell them nothing, they're going to be the ones out there suffering. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to people who really, is going over the edge right now because maybe they lost their job. Excuse me. And maybe they're not able to sustain their livelihood. Okay? Hey, Sari Kim. Hey, Malik. Thank y'all for tapping in. Maybe they're not able to sustain their livelihood. Okay? And maybe it's worrying on their mental status. Because a lot of times those things do. When things affect your money and things start to affect you where you look like you're not going to be able to, sustain your livelihood, yes, your mental status start to act up. Okay? And I'm trying to tell some of y'all who is not or do not have a personal relationship with the Most High, get one. Get one. Okay? Some of you may go to church every Sunday. You may go to Bible study every Wednesday. But have you ever sat down by yourself somewhere and talked to the Most High? and gave him a chance to talk to you? That's just a question you gotta ask yourself. You know, you ain't gotta answer me, but ask yourself that. Okay? Because these things are gonna happen. These things are gonna happen, and some of us are just not ready. Some of us are scared. We scared. We are, some of us, like I said, it's a lot of people that be online breaking down, crying. Their mental status is, they losing it because they done lost their job and things like that. You have to sit down and build you a personal relationship with the Most High. Okay? Because that's the problem with some of us. We don't believe. We don't have no faith. We don't have no faith. And when you don't have faith, yes, it's going to start to affect you in a whole lot of ways when you don't have no faith. You know what I'm saying? Some people think they get up on their own. They think they just get up breathing on their own. Nobody gave them no life or nothing. They just, they came out the womb on their own, and they, lay down and wake up on their own. That's how some people think. Because they don't have faith in the Most High. They don't have a personal relationship with the Most High. And that's the problem. That's where the problem coming in. And times are getting rough. People losing their jobs left and right. And because some of us don't have faith, we are losing it mentally. We losing it mentally. That's just the truth. And so I'm having this little conversation with y'all for the ones that care, to let you know that just calm down. Just calm down and stay still for a minute. Go somewhere quiet and talk to God. Cry to God and tell him what's going on within you. You're going to be surprised of how God touched you. Okay? Where is your name? What you mean, where's my name? Adrian, what you mean? Where's your name? You're going to be surprised of how he will touch you. Okay? Some things happen to us to get his attention. And I know some of you ain't going to believe that. But some things happen because God wants your attention. And if it takes him to bring you to your lowest point so he can get your attention, so he can bring you back up, he'll do just that. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking from something somebody told me. I'm talking because I have had encounters with God in my life. So I'm not talking from something somebody told me. For those that don't know, I was a heroin addict at one time. I've been clean over 16 years. All praises to God. Because when I went through it, wasn't nobody there but God. I know that was God. Because everything that transpired during that moment, during that time, when I was going through what I was going through, I know it wasn't nobody there but God. Them times that I was homeless, out there homeless, sleeping on the bench, okay, and didn't really want to wake up, and kept asking God, why do you keep waking me up? What is it so special about me that you keep waking me up? Yeah, that was me. So I'm not telling you something that I don't know. I'm telling you something, and I'm not telling you something somebody told me. I'm telling you something from my experience. For some of us, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the world. The world just have no, I don't know. It just seemed like so many people do not care about God. And it's so scary. It really is. It is so scary. How many people that just don't care nothing about God. It's scary. It really is. And I'm telling you, things doesn't happen. Some people think that things happen, it's a coincidence that happened. It just happened, I guess. That's what some people think. And I'm telling you that everything happens for a reason. Okay? So for some people that lost their job, maybe you lost it because God has been trying to get your attention and you just won't allow it. You just won't allow it. And so maybe you lost your job because he wants to sit you down and sit you still for a minute until you find out who's in control, who's regulating this. And instead of some people wilding out and losing their mental status, drop to your knees. Go in your room and shut the door and drop to your knees and talk to God. Because that's why some of these things are probably happening to some of you. It's because he's probably trying to get your attention. He's probably trying to get your attention. It's a lot going on in the world. It really is. And I'm going to tell you something. And I know some of you might not want to believe it. This is just surface stuff that's happening. There's more to come. And it's going to take faith and you walking with the Most High to get you through this. Some of y'all zapping out right now because you done lost your job. You don't know what's going to become of of where you going to live or how you going to pay your bills or none of that. And you haven't stopped yet to say, wait a minute. You still haven't stopped yet and went and got on your knees and talked to God. You have yet to do that. And it's sad how, when you're talking about God, how so many people want to turn their backs. Turn their back. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. When you start talking about God, they don't want to hear it. Unless you talking what they want to hear. Now, if you putting the word and stuff in there the way they want to hear it, it's all good. They'll listen. If you're telling them they can go out there and keep sinning and sleeping with everybody and doing what they want to do, right? And God gonna clean you up. Something happened to you out there. God gonna, he gonna forgive you and clean you up. Clean up your soul and all that. Now, see, if I was up here saying that, a whole lot of people be wanting to hear me and see what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you no lies. Some of us, things are happening because we don't acknowledge God at all. We just don't. We don't have time. And then some of us go to church every Sunday. And when we get out of church, we still don't take that personal time up with God. We just go to church. And we give the church our money. And then we come on home. And that's as far as that go. That's as far as that go. Don't none of us think about reading the word or sitting down having a conversation with God. Some of us don't even think about that. And I tell you something else. Some of us, we okay as long as things are happening the way we want to happen, the way we want it to happen. Like some of us, we okay, long as we still got that job. Long as we still got that corporate job, we good. We fine. We ain't got time for nothing else. Long as we still got that nice car, we ain't got time for nothing else. But the minute that those things are, the minute those things are shut down or taken from you, now it's a whole nother color. There's a whole nother thing going on now. Now you upset, you crying, you just you having a real mental breakdown. You having a real mental breakdown. And in the midst of all that, you still haven't thought about the fact of talking to God. You still haven't thought about that yet. You just mad and upset because your corporate job gone. And now you're trying to figure out how you're going to keep that nice car, how you're going to keep that house, how you're going to keep your phone on. But you have yet to think about sitting down, having a personal conversation with the Most High. You have yet to think about that. Because it don't matter to you. It don't matter to you. What matters to you is that material stuff. What matters to you is the material clothes that you put on your back. What matters to you is that name brand, that nice car that you got sitting out there. That's what matters to you. It hasn't dawned on you yet to sit down and have a personal conversation with God and try to even find out who God is or what he all about. That's sad. That's sad. That's really sad. But you will find out. And I hope that this conversation comes back to you. I really do. But some of you will find out who he is and what he all about. And you're going to find out sooner than you think. That's why some of us walk around and we're unhappy with ourselves. And some of us walk around, yeah, you happy as long as you got that job. You got that nice car and those clothes to put on so you could be flashy and stuff like that. You're good. Everything is good. Everything is good. But the minute the job is gone and you trying to figure out how you going to pay your bills, how you going to keep that car, how you going to keep that cell phone on, then you start losing it. And you still haven't dropped to your knees and talked to God yet. Because there's something inside of all of us to keep us going. There's something that all of us can do, that each one of us have inside of us that could keep us going. But because we are not connected to the Most High like we should be, we don't know nothing about it. We don't know anything about it. That's the sad part. God has stored something in each and every one of us, okay, to keep us going. The problem is that some of us don't have faith and we don't have a personal relationship with the Most High. We just don't have it. And some of us don't care. We don't care. But you will care one day. And you're going to think back to this conversation. You're going to think back to this conversation. And one day you're going to, trust me, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Because the things that's going on in the world today is just surface stuff. There's more to come. There's more to come, my people. There is more to come. And I'm just talking to y'all from a personal level, from things that God has done in my life. Okay? Not from me reading out of a book or talking to a pastor or anything like that. I'm talking about personal encounters that I have had with God. I know he's real. And I know that he looks out for his children. And it's sad that so many of us are lost in the sauce. And it's sad that so many of us do not call on God until something bad happens. And then we want to call him. Oh my God, I lost my job. I don't know, I pay my bills. I've been seeing so many people on the internet crying. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of nobody. That ain't my thing. I don't make fun of nobody. I'm just saying I've seen so many people do it. And still, have you stopped yet to talk to God instead of running to the internet? Have you went somewhere and talked to the Most High? Because there's a creator that's greater than us. Have you talked to him? But some of us are so caught up. Like, listen, I've been telling people a long time. In some of my videos, if you go back and listen, I've been telling people, them jobs don't care nothing about you. I've been saying that for a long time. That the jobs don't give a damn about you. You care about the job because you get a paycheck. But they don't care nothing about you. And they don't have a problem with cutting you loose. I've been saying that for a long time. It's sad that when you talk about things, trying to help people and trying to put them on point, that nobody hear you until it happens to them. And then when it happened to them, then they hear you. When they lose their job, and can't find another one and can't figure out how they're gonna pay the bills and stuff, then they hear you. They hear everything that was being said. But now it's too late. Now you done lost the job. You should have been, having a plan B when everything was going on. And people was talking about people losing their jobs. Some people was coming on the internet sharing about people getting fired and stuff. They was coming on the internet sharing about it. And telling people, you better have a plan B. You know what I'm saying? You better figure out something else because your job ain't no guarantee. Nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear that because some people think they got all the answers. That's just the truth. Some people think they got all the answers. Nobody wanted to hear what people had to say. It's sad that people start to hear things when it start happening to them. Now people want to open up their ears. They want to hear something now. But when you was trying to tell them when things was first starting to happen, nobody wanted to hear it. My thing is, we all need to talk to God. That's my answer for you. That's my answer. That's the only answer that I have for you. Is talk to God. Talk to the Creator. Because that's who you're going to need. That's who you're going to need to connect to when things start to happen. They already starting. But this just surface stuff. When things really, really kick in, you are going to have to connect with the Creator. That's why so many people is their mental status is just going crazy. Because they feel like Trump did it, this person did it, that person did it. Sometimes God break us down because he's trying to get our attention. And he steps in and makes things happen so you can focus on him. Because whether you know it or not, we are his children. And he has created us whereas though we can take care of ourselves. If you connect with him and you talk to him, he will guide you and lead you to where you need to be. But some people don't hear that until they really hit rock bottom, where the job is gone and they almost get ready to lose their home and everything. Then they start crying to God. And they start crying for his help. You have to build up a personal relationship with the Creator, y'all. And in the times that we're in today, you're going to need it. There's nothing else on this earth that's going to help you if you're not connected with the Creator. And that's just, I don't know what else to tell you. That's just the truth. You have to connect with the Creator. And I'm not talking about running to the church on Sunday and paying your tithes. I ain't talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about a personal relationship. Like going in your bedroom, shutting your door, and talking to God. Or taking time out to read the Word. Or standing in the mirror talking to God. In your bathroom. I use my bathroom for it all the time. I'm always talking to God. That's what I do. But that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. And you're going to be surprised at the things that will come up when you start connecting with the Creator. You're going to be surprised at the things that you find out within yourself. He's going to show you things within yourself. If you allow it to happen. That's only if you allow it to happen. Running to the church every Sunday is all right if that's what you want to do. But listen, you gotta have a personal relationship with the Most High. You got to. It's just no other way. It's no other way to get around that. You gotta have a personal relationship with Him. And that's why life is affecting some people's mental status. Because they are not connected with the Creator. They may think they are, but some people are not. There's a lot of people walking around out here that think they're connected, but they're not. So, you gotta start connecting with the Creator and asking Him to come in your life. Asking Him to show you the way. Those are the things that we have to do. But some of us are so caught up in doing what we want to do. We're caught up in sleeping around. We're caught up in everything that the world is doing. All the worldly things. This is what some of us are caught up into. All these worldly things out here. We caught up into it. And we so caught up that we don't take time out and give God His time. We don't take and put any faith into God. Some of us are so caught up in men. Some of us are so caught up in women. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are out drinking and partying. But we won't give God His time. And then when something bad happens, you lose your job or something happened, then that's when you want to cry to God. That's when God gets your attention. That's when you want to go crying to Him and running to Him. When something happened. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, y'all. That's not how it works. It don't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you. But that's not how it works. It do not work like that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You can't keep giving God, you can't keep paying attention to God when you feel like it. But that's what some of us do. We run to God when we feel like it. And that's not what you do. You don't just use God for when something goes wrong. Now you want to run to God. Now you want to give God attention because something going wrong in your life. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I hate to tell you, that's not how it works. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. There's nothing in this world that can overpower the Creator. Nothing. I don't care what you do, how you do it, which way you do it. There's nothing in this world that can overpower the Creator. You can listen to what I got to say. You don't have to listen. That's on you. That's on you. But can't nothing in this world overpower the Creator. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what the devil tell you. I'm telling you. Can't nothing overpower the Most High God. Nothing. He may let things happen, right? He may let things happen. But when he say enough is enough, enough is enough. And he can stop it. You best to believe that. He can stop it. And he can make change within a blink of an eye. So some of y'all better wake up. That's all I can tell you. You better wake up and start having a personal relationship with God. And stop calling on God when you need him. Stop calling on him when just when you need him and when something bad going on in your life. That's not how it go. You're supposed to build a personal relationship with him. Not just when you need him. Not just when something bad going on. You're supposed to build a personal relationship with him. That's why some people feel like God don't hear them. That's why some people feel like God don't see you. It's because you only call on God when something bad is happening. That's why some of y'all feel like y'all feel. Because you only call on him when something has happened in your life. Now you want to call on God. Or somebody die in your family. Now you want to call on God. Or somebody gets sick in your family. Now you want to call on God. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, God don't hear from you. From some of you. He don't never hear from some of you unless those things happen. And then when those things happen, then he hear from you. And then you wonder why your life is falling apart. I'm going to say this again and I'm out of here. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, that the Creator can't do. And if you don't connect yourself with the Creator, you in trouble. I'll holler. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I also have a new channel called The Quiet Comeback. If you are someone who's trying to heal from something or, you need help with your journey on healing, please subscribe to that channel, okay? It's called Quiet Comeback. I'm going to put in the description box a free journal that you all can get called The Quiet Comeback, okay? It's a really, really good journal. It has affirmations and stuff in there for you. So if that's something you're interested in, I will put the link in the description box so that you could be able to get it. I will holler at y'all on the next one.